Hello, everyone out there in TV land. You know who I be. I am Krista Joy, the protector of new runners and, the Tanooks. And I'm joined by a legend in the Z1R community who has decided to come and conquer us over here, the one and only Demon Battler. How are you doing tonight, my friend?
I think you have some information crisscrossed because I am not involved in Z1R.
It's not. Oh no! I'm thinking Z2R. I believe you are from.
No.
Okay.
I am actually not involved in anything Zelda related.
Wow. I don't know why I thought. Oh, because there is one, but it's not you. Sorry, dude. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yes. So great of you to join us over here. And we have all Zelda folks racing. MiRai, champion from Z2, Equation, Indy, and WindFox from Z1R. This is a Zelda battle to the finish. So let's give a little intro as to what this entails. So MiRai and Indy are going against each other, and to give you some insight into what they are, and MiRai is 2-4 and Indy is 1-5. So this was one of the, draw ups on the Wheel of Misfortune. And which race are you covering, Demon?
I am covering Equations and WindFox, both of whom are, I believe, 3-3.
Oh, go! That's absolutely fabulous. So we're gonna see one heck of a Slabanaka tonight. And would you mind counting us down, Demon?
Sure. Let's go ahead. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So I've released the Kraken on my side, and I know Indy has that. Indy, and MiRai are gonna get started, and Demon has released the Kraken for WindFox and Equations. So what are you hoping that they will experience?
I think for the first seed, we should hope there you get something kind of simple, kind of easy, and then seed 2, they go into chaos. So
that hash is kind of chaotic. That hash is kind of chaotic, And chat, this is where we ask you to, during the course of this game, decide who has actually rolled the first seed based on what you get. And so we have Diesel, who is our restreamer extraordinaire, who's going to tackle everything. And I literally pressed it. So looks like we're starting off with 4-3, Demon.
it sure looks like it, and the general overworld is World 5.
Yep. 4-3 is always really, really scary for me. And Diesel will be syncing everybody up in just a moment, because it looks like Equations and WindFox need their own sync, and then our two, MiRai and Indy, are kind of neck and neck, but they're not kind of on par with everyone else. And we have our first fort, which is Whoop Baby.
Fort Knox.
The fort I love to hate, because I'm a ardent 7F2 supporter. It was voted, Demon, the best fort last year. It is the reigning best fort. Yeah. So you love to see it. Also, MiRai going and finding out that there is a no leaf, and it actually takes a lot longer to get what we call the cute suit, the Tanuki suit. So taking the 100 coin fine and then equipping the leaf that comes in the 3-pack at start. And it looks like Indy right now is slightly ahead of MiRai in my race, and Equations is ahead of WindFox in your race. Yee-hoo! Oh.
And 1-4 is the next one, so
We're gonna get the item grab. Both runners have the leaf. We're seeing item 100%, because 9 out of 10 times blue fort is useless, and it has an anchor on deck. Ooh. Let's get your tinfoil hat on, Demon. What are you thinking the anchor could possibly be this time around?
as much as I would like to see it be something like a cloud, oh, speaking of, Andy just picked one up, I'm going to guess that we're gonna have the anchors be nothing more than, stars.
Tozzle star. That's brutal. That's brutal. You know, that's like saying the anchor should be a trash room. Oh, that's pain and suffering on our poor runners. And World 5, for the most part, is this randomized?
Oh gosh, 5-9.
In its native position!
You know what?
5-9. Let's go.
You know what? This early in the seed, I usually wouldn't advocate for a cloud, but considering 5-9, I think I would make an exception there.
Indy, I believe blind clouded. So Indy doesn't know how fortunate they are to have skipped 5-9, whereas MiRai is going the distance.
And WindFox just picked up the cloud?
Yes, so that cloud is going to get immediate usage by most of the runners. You know, MiRai tanked it out, but one thing about MiRai, you know, he's the guru of Z2, but he has come so far, Demon, so far, you know, and it's really great to see how well he has adapted as he is traversing the World 2 airship, which is the native home of Morton Cooper Jr., going against La Princesa, who is extremely weak. Indy realizing you can't use a star to get in a pipe, and 3-pipe Monty on deck. Oh dear. You know what level this is?
I believe this is 3-9.
Yes, it is. It is 3-9 on deck. So we're gonna try to see what power-ups we can grab. And it's a 1-up. That is some feels bad. And the star just wore out for Indy. But as long as you have an ice block, you're pretty much okay. MiRai now in 3-9 as well. And we have Piranha action on Equation side. That is I want to say the second Piranha that you get in Rule 7.
I believe that's actually the first one.
The first one?
I believe so, because I think the second one has it where you could basically just run, like, straight across if you have a star.
You are probably right. I never really paid that much attention to them, you know, because they're all bad, and oh dear, I think the anchor might be a frog suit. So human mustard mode activated on the frog suit. Woo!
So if I paid attention correctly, I believe MiRai is the only one who didn't use their cloud to skip 5-9. So
yeah,
that may potentially come back and be useful for them later.
Yeah, in the case of MiRai, you know, I can see him playing 5-9, but I can't see him dodging. Well, we have 5-3 here with a cursed set. Fire everywhere. MiRai will probably use it on Atlantis if he sees it. 66, 75, you know, some of our blurst levels. And gotta be careful, Indy. Okay, Indy getting the power up, so should have a little bit more wiggle room here with this fire set in 5-3. What? There we go.
Fight Maze is definitely living up to its name right now. I'm having some trouble keeping track of where everyone is going with all of these pipes.
Well, Equation says found the pathway, but unfortunately doesn't have a hammer, so we have to go and take out one of the forts. And we have star usage on that Brofite. Gets a Tanuki suit. So very good to have that.
And WindFox just managing to get out of 3-1 without any problems, which is kind of nice.
Indy is trying to find the way to get to the fort closest to a pipe.
Oh, WindFox just gets nommed by Boss Bass.
Oh dear, that's unfortunate. And we have Indy trying to, you know, summon up his inner angelic jade, because we're looking at a tail clip, and Indy does get the tail clip in 7-6. Impressive.
And Equation's managing to deal with Boom Boom in Carpet Fort, aka 6 Fort 3. So, Equations might be the first one out of these four to actually make it out of this world.
I think we have Indy trying to go for clipping, but the bottom route is perilous.
Oh, definitely. The clips are already tough enough as it is, not even including the tail for the Tanuki suit, and I certainly wouldn't try that with the with Boss Bass floating around.
Yeah, and lucky enough, we don't have it paired with a Paragoomba, because that would give lag and also give incentive for Boss Bass to get some extra nom. And can Boss Bass eat statues? Yes. Yes.
Alright, Equations is currently through the World 4 airship, so they're on their way out of here.
And the only reason I know it eats statues because it happened to me. But I may have been, you know, kind of in the flashing stage of it. But yeah, he politely ate me, and I was like, ah! Oh, that's about right for me. And we have 8 Fort, better known as Gatekeep Fort. And WindFox is now out of 7-9, whereas Equation is actually out of the world. E.T. phoning home.
And Andy accidentally takes a dip in the lava.
Yeah, that's some hurt right there, you know. It's orthopedic, grant you. But it's very good for sore joints, but not good if you're healthy. And Roy was doing what Roy does best, Demon. He was a B-U-M, a bummeroo. Alright, World 4 airship now from MiRai, who is in the lower left corner. Going in as the small bean. Has gotten first power up, and we'll see what the second power up is in just a sec. and it is the Angelic Jade Special.
And Equations managing to get through 5-8 without taking a hit, so kudos to them for that.
Yeah. Also, this is a long 3. Many levels that need to be played. And all you can say to that is yikes. Alright, WindFox now trying to tail clip.
See, the bad thing about this is the fact that they don't have a P-Wing yet, so it doesn't, like, it's even harder to justify trying to... It makes it easier to justify trying for the clip here, but this is one of those cases where WindFox might have to go the long way around.
Yeah, considering how sparse the items are, you know, and you can't go back outside, and you hate to see it because this level is quite tedious with those movers, I love to call them movers, that are omnidirectional. So you are in control of the direction, and oh baby, Demon, welcome to the happiest place in the Mushroom Kingdom, Disney World, aka 7F2, for Equations. Oh, this is great.
I don't know if I'd call this Disney World. This doesn't look like anything I've seen over there.
Yeah. Orlando, you know, we have home of Mousecatraz. So absolutely, this is just as fun can be. You know, it usually is so much fun, Demon, that you take 100 coin fine just to ride it again. But Equations getting through it pretty solidly with that Fire Flower. It had a 4-hit boom boom. Not bad at all.
And Andy's making their way through the carpet fort. Slight hit with the carpet boo, but they're still all right.
Obedient Hot Feet today.
Ooh, Equations gets another cloud from the Hammer Brothers. That could be useful.
And MiRai yeeting himself right off the level.
Oh, it looks like Equations might have an easy out to the castle.
Here we go.
So World 3 may have started off long, but it didn't exactly hold them up too long.
Not at all. And it is the World 6 airship, home of the vanilla home of Lemmy Koopa.
Ooh, and Andy unfortunately taking a bite from the chomp.
And MiRai getting to experience happiness personified right there. You know, even going through the Haunted Mansion and meeting one of the 999 happy haunts. You know, this is why you just gotta love 7F2. So much excitement there. Thrills and spills for everyone. And see, we're getting that e-ticket to ride again, while WindFox going through Stretchaboo Fort.
And Equations is now in World 4.
Equations making very short work.
And this looks... Yeah, this looks like this is going to be a fairly quick World 4 here, too. Both forts are right next to the island bridge. And Equations gets a hammer from the Hammer Brother as well, so that's going to be pretty useful.
but takes a fireball to the face on the second try. All right, and Indy making it to the World 4 airship. Trying to catch up to MiRai right now.
Oh, Equations finds himself in the ice fort.
Yes, Alaska. Unless I'm co-commentating with one of our Canadian guests where they call it Saskatchewan. And we have Mushroom Pawn Shop being taken on WindFox's side. Does get a trash room for it. So, negligible.
Yeah, but sometimes a single extra hit is all you need to get through a problem.
Yeah. I'm a person who believes in leaves, cute suits, and hammers. That's it. Everything else, I don't need it. I just want to either fly or annihilate everything. And we have MiRai now going up against Morton Koopa Jr. Morton was very salty, Demon. Did you see how many hits that took?
I believe that was 3 or 4 hits. And Larry only took 2 out of the World 5 airship that Equations just breezed through.
Yeah, making it look easy. You know, right now at the pace, we're at maybe 28-minute pace, unless those other worlds get real tricky. Because we haven't seen the triple forter yet. And we have one Fort World 1, and it is Escalator Fort. So should be able to get out this relatively quickly. You know, the strat a lot of the runners use is sacrificing one of the power-ups to kind of just power boost through it. And we'll see the power-up grab over here. Was probably hoping for a star to get a bro kill. And we have MiRai in the Navy.
Get your salutes out, everyone.
Absolutely. For the hardest working military, and MiRai World 4 had 3 forts? Okay. Thank you so much, chat. So maybe we've seen the best fort, but we just had heresy right there by saving Bob when we know that the only thing you're supposed to do is kick Bob to the curb, and MiRai is now in Alaska. Yes, chat. Bob is the real bum. Absolutely. Gotta show him the business. And WindFox taking out Roy Koopa Jr. We are in 2-4 for equations.
Ooh.
And we're getting fanfare!
There's your
Look
fireworks to go with Disney. To go with Disney at Andy's screen.
Yes, absolutely. You know, when you wish upon a star, 7F2 won't be far. So you gotta love everything about this level. I am still learning how to play it, but everybody's so good at it. I just watch them and live vicariously. And we are on La Princesa's airship, the World 3 airship, for equations right now, using tail strats, and you love to see it.
And Ludwig looks like it's a 4-hit, so not rocking the house with heavy metal, but definitely a pretty strong symphony, though.
I'm not kidding on that. Ooh.
Oh, and Equations gets a hammer from the letter, it looks like.
And handy, considering that Equations is in World 2 right now. So there is that rock that you can break in order to get that shortcut. So that might come in handy. Not to mention, it does break locks, which can come in handy in World 8.
What I'm curious to see is if Equations decides to go straight into the pipe and skip the fort, because depending on where the pipe pops out, they might need to go back to break the lock. Oh, and there's 2 forts, actually.
Equations going up against our friends, the bros, in the World 5 tile set. We have, Indy just exploring, and it looks like MiRai has a 2-world lead over Indy right now, and we have 5F2, the lava part, on Equations side.
And WindFox managing to get through, I believe it was 6-2 without too much trouble?
Yeah. And Boom Boom, only a 2-hitter. And we have now World 6 airship action for Indy. 7F2, Happy Plays for WindFox. And Bro Fight in the World 5 tile set for MiRai.
Oh, MiRai I think MiRai just got cheated on the hitbox for that cannonball.
It does happen quite a bit, more than I'd like to admit.
Equations managing to get through the World 7 airship without too much hassle.
Yep. Here's Iggy, who's weak as all heck. Wow, 1-hit Iggy. And we have Sumo Bro Destruction for the hammer on Indy's side, while MiRai is getting prepared to go into his 6th world. So, World 7, you always save the best for last, and the best, world is ice. And we're starting off with Troll Fort 4 F2.
Ooh, WindFox managing to dodge out of the way of the swamp.
Yes.
Alright, so now they've all punched their ticket to Disneyland. Or Disney World. Oh. And Equations, unfortunately, could not clear that jump. And that Boo ended up in a very bad position for that.
Oh. So Equations now arming himself with a fire flower. So we're gonna get the fire kill on Boom Boom. And we're gonna see Human Mustard versus World 5 airship. Oh, fireball to the face. Okay.
Equations make good use of the Lakitu and 4-4.
Yep. And we're getting Indy with the 2-hit kickaroo on Larry Koopa. And MiRai now entering into the World 7 airship. So has about a 2 world and a couple of levels on. Well, no, maybe Indy made up some time. So I'd like to say maybe a little under 2 world difference, because that Iggy is quite weak. So we have MiRai entering into the 7th world, and we have Cloud Run for Fun for Equations, one of our beta levels.
It's actually interesting that so far we haven't seen, aside from 5-9, we haven't really seen any of the trouble stages. We haven't seen Alcatraz. We haven't seen the... We have, what's it called? Atlantis. There we go.
Oh, Atlantis!
It took me a second to remember that one.
And on Indy's side, we have fake tanks. That's the tanks that you get an item in. You know, there is surprisingly a very low count of bobs to kick. But there are some there, you know, I would just kick them to the curb, just like that one hanging around the pipe. We have Sumo Bro, and it is for a human muster suit.
You know, I know we usually refer to that stage informally as the Army. I feel like we need to formally put a petition in to change the name to the Supply Squad, just because of the fact that it gives you an item at the end of it.
Consider it done. I will use the term Supply Squad from now on, as Indy trying to get invincibility and got a fireball to the face instead, but going in armed with frog power. You know, that's OP until you lose it. And we have Spike Fort on Equation side.
So that was actually an interesting usage of the hammer there. Normally, someone will use a hammer to break that lock to skip a level to go ahead in the world. But here, Equations is actually using it to backtrack and skip the level. So that way they can reach the fort easier.
Oh yeah, very good tactical use of the hammer. And oh baby, 7-4 for MiRai.
Alright, WindFox manages to clear out Larry without too much trouble. And even gets the off-screen one grab. Meanwhile, Equations just got a refund on the hammer they spent. And WindFox currently in the elevator fort. And now Equations is currently in the World 1 airship, so interestingly that the first airship of the world is actually in the last world now. And takes a small hit from one of the bouncing balls with Lemmy, but gets out of there without too much trouble. So they're going in to World 8 at about 3110. So, chat, with this being in mind, how many obstacles do you expect to see in World 8 for the final valley? I'm thinking probably somewhere about 3. Oh, and 3-pipe Monty right off the bat. Oh my goodness! It's only 1 and they have the hammer, so Equations is able to run straight into it. That is the jettest of Jet World 8s I've ever seen. Ooh,
Absolutely.
And WindFox unfortunately takes a bob to the face.
See, you can't trust Bob. I've been saying this for the longest time. Never ever trust Bob. Bob will always betray you. And we have Hammer Suit Equations trying to get the mac and cheese clip. Nope. Trust no Bobs. Trust none of them. Also, this is like a bait kind of power up because it's so dangerous, that one. Especially if you're already big. And we have Equations getting the clip. Alright, here we go. We're about to say hi and bye to the best dad Bowser. So your match is already over there, Demon. Mine still got a little ways to go, but 8 is free, and MiRai will soon be entering 8.
So get your GGs out, everyone, for Equations with a time of 33 and 15.
Yes, yes, yes. That is one heck of a time. And MiRai now getting into 8 as well.
And WindFox has opted to take the DNF. Honestly, given the difficulties in there, I don't necessarily blame them.
Yeah, GG's out there to WindFox. And now, World 8 versus MiRai. And we have 3-pipe Monty right out the rip. And chat, here's your question. Who rolled this first seed? Let's see. As MiRai enters Casa de Bowser, home of Best Dad. Well, we have Troll Fort action for Indy, who's just getting slumped left and right. MiRai with the Everyman clip, staying topside, so eventually we will see clip. Try, one try. We're going through the door. Just toss hammers.
Ooh. You gotta be careful, MiRai.
Yep, toss hammers. Just toss hammers everywhere. No scam laser. Woo! And to chat, you would be wrong. I did not roll this, even though it was a pretty jet seed. So, the person who actually rolled it is Diesel Pilot. And get your GGs out for MiRai, who finishes with a time of 35 minutes and 24 seconds.
So unfortunately for those guessing who rolled the seed, the game was rigged from the start.
Yes! All the more reason to troll our beloved chat. You know, because usually, here's what happens. Demon, they always will blame me for everything, no matter what it is. I can be completely innocent. And they will say it was my fault. In fact, they have hashtags going, you know, and usually my name changes all the time. I am rarely my actual name. Why are we? No, I'm not always guilty, chat. But we have Indy right now who is still continuing. And our beloved Diesel has given an invite if Indy wants to come over. And the next room that I'm in, oh, Demon, it's totally appropriate for me. Because I believe that all piranha plants are like the Mario Wonder piranha plants where they're happy and smiling and singing. And my room is called Traveling Piranha Plant.
That's quite quite appropriate. And my second race room is actually Innocent Zero Bridges.
Oh, it's very peaceful. It's very peaceful. Mine sounds like it's about to, throw down. But like the piranha plant, they're not staying stationary. They're gonna come to you, brother. And they're gonna literally say, "What you gonna do when Piranha Mania runs wild on you?" And doing the whole Hulk Hogan poses there, the beloved piranha plants. And it looks like Indy hasn't checked race time, so we might be seeing Indy go all the way to 8.
Honestly, I don't blame, anyone who ends up playing through to the end, I don't blame them, just because that's kind of what I do. I look at it like, if nothing else, it's a good way to get more practice in general. Just so that way you could get a little more, I guess, amped up for the next race. And Andy gets yet another hammer. I believe that gives them 3 or 4 at this point.
To answer chat, yes, Innocent Zero is a villain in Mashla, but he makes everything fun, destruction, just a couple of little dark wizardry going on, but overall a real likable, quote-unquote, kind of guy. And wow, my phone just fell. I guess it didn't like Innocent Zero. Ooh. And welcome to those who are joining us. All right, Indy has decided to DNF and is now in Traveling Piranha, in which, oh baby, we're gonna play the guess game again. In which we play telephone over there. And we get to do the countdown again, Demon. You get to count us down.
All right. Let's see. I think they're currently in the progress of getting ready, so
yep.
Probably a good idea. We can pop out for just a moment, let everyone get a chance to get a drink, get a stretch, and then we'll be back in just a short break.
Stay hydrated, folks. All right, everybody. I hope that you guys have gotten your Michael Jackson popcorn and a soda here, because we're going to sit back, fasten the seatbelts, and we're about to release our wonderful runners. And Damon, you get to do countdown duty right now.
All right, so let's go ahead and get this going. In 3, 2, 1, drop them.
All right, they has been dropped. They have been dropped harder than when I got dropped for bad grades. So, what are you expecting for your first world, Demon?
I say we get the tough one out of the way and get World 7 out now.
W.O.
I mean, Zero Wing's been wanting to see it.
Favorite. Yeah. Chat is a big fan of RWO. You know. But, chat, you should also remember, if it's me, it's usually 6. And you know this, chat. This is a known thing. Or the Angelic Jade starter pack, which is 3. So, don't expect too much out of me there, everyone. What do you mean it's cursed? It is not cursed. I roll baby seeds, and you guys know this. I am the Tanook Protector. The Tanook Protector. And Demon, the Tanukis are the newer runners, and I am the de facto Tanook mommy, and I rolled Vanilla World Order. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Well, that's a good start. And MiRai and WindFox both had excellent ideas to use the leaf ahead of time. Because it's Fort Knox.
Yeah, so we're gonna see the easy exit on MiRai's side. You know, very, very acute psychic ability on MiRai and WindFox's side to immediately start with a leaf going into the fort. And
Equations actually used some clever tactics as well. They just simply restarted the seed entirely, since they have a clear route to it anyway, and that still was faster than going through the 50-50 route or taking the 100 coin fine.
yeah, you know, when in doubt, reset it out. And MiRai now going into needing to use the Kaizo blocks for WindFox. And we have Lakitu introducing everyone to their family with the spiny drops.
Oh, and Equations short jumps and didn't catch the cloud.
Uh-oh. Well, just remember, for this particular level, hold right and jump. Just keep jumping for your life. And we have the Bro, which is a cloud for MiRai. Ooh. This is gearing up to be a journey for your buddy. So we're going to see World 1 airship. So wondering right now if this is randomized. If we see Larry Koopa, then, you know, we need to put in our Karen reports to Fred Coughlin, but we get Roy.
All right. With Andy clearing through 5-8, that means there's only one Mario-shaped hole in the ground at the end of this, so very good.
Bulked up muscle version of Roy on deck, 5 hits. That makes me very sad, because that's the one that I always call a bum no matter what. So he is the acronym today, BUM, bulked up muscle. In our second world, if it's World 2, I'm going to die laughing. No, we go right to World 7. Well, you know, it couldn't make up its mind, Demon, if it wanted to be vanilla World Order or reverse World Order, you know? And we have Pipe Monty, if my phone falls off my desk one more time.
Alright, so everyone has learned that Roy is in fact our boy. And looks like MiRai is currently in 1-1 with an angry sun.
Yeah, the Son of Fun, they're paying MiRai a visit, you know, going a little bit slower, but to me that makes it easier to thread the needle right here, because sometimes if you P-speed irresponsibly, you will hit one of the blocks either below or above, which can cause you to get rejected right into the drink. And we have 3F2 on deck now.
Ooh, and they got a hammer for that out of the way, Hammer Bro. Pretty good idea. That makes it worth fighting it out.
Yes. And we have Piranha action here for Indy. And MiRai still swimming, and a hammer for the Piranha for Indy. All right. And 3F2 is Onesie Dunsy by MiRai. But that didn't break the lock, so... But it did break the other lock, which is quite unfortunate.
Oh, so there's... Okay, so this is... This World 7 is 3 forts, because we have 2 locks and the bridge.
Yep, and 610 on deck for Indy right now. Sad, but no Boss Bass in sight. So no friendly fish action, which is, makes 610 a little bit more palatable. Because trying to get through that gap where the ice blocks are blocking 2 of the mini columns, horizontal rows, should I say?
Oh yeah, that area with Boss Bass is rough.
Yeah, oh my god, my phone fell again! It's cursed, I tell you, it's cursed.
Alright, MiRai got a hammer, WindFox got an anchor out of a hand stage.
Smexit anchor time. What are you hoping the anchor is this time, Demon?
I'm gonna say I hope it's something like a fire flower or a leaf. Just a general power-up, because it looks like they're gonna have a fair amount of hammers throughout the seed, so... Well, actually, anchors can't be a hammer anyway, but I feel like they're gonna have enough general support stuff as it is.
Yeah, and 6-9 completed for Indy, had to go through it manually, and now we are on the Air Force, which has piloted and commanded by Captain Boom Boom, who is the second best pilot, because the best pilot is Diesel's pilot.
I like that little clip that MiRai did, squeezing under the block instead of clearing out that whole pathway.
If my house is one of the haunted mansions, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me in the least bit. Stretch boot fort action for MiRai right now. Does get a star, so that will last a little bit.
So Equation found the final island, and from what we just saw with MiRai clearing that other fort, or I think WindFox clearing that other fort, we figure out that there is, in fact, the fort on the final island that opens the bridge.
Yep, and we have Piranha action now for Indy, who has built the bridge. So it was kind of like 50-50, but Air Force was what was needed this time around. So the first one to board the airship will be Indy. And it is the World 4 airship.
Ooh, that was a nice duck under the flame.
Yep. 610 again for WindFox. And Air Force Shenanigans with MiRai, who is replaying it over. All right. And Indy, the first out of his pair to get out of the second world. What are you thinking is the next world there, Demon?
I think we're going to be seeing World 5.
You know, I'd like to think it's going to be 3, but it's 2. We're both wrong. So we know that that's going to break the lock, and that is 5F2. And the Koopalings are strong today.
Yeah, they got their Flintstones chewables today.
You know, I actually have stories about Flintstones chewables because I thought they were like candy as a kid. So I would ingest a whole box because I was like,
goodness.
yeah, this is candy. And oh man, the doctor was like, why is her value so high? And you know what else is high? That boom boom. Holy moly. Everything is strong. All right, we're going to see the first pipe. And wise use of that star. Do you see Fire Bros on the World 3 tile set, which is absolutely tragic. Oh, brilliant star use.
I would not be surprised if Andy decides to use one of the hammers to break that rock.
Oh yeah, we're breaking that rock. Most definitely. We are breaking.
Oh, I did not realize they only have one hammer.
And thank you, Drosy, for changing things over to Indy. We appreciate it. You know, Drosy, very valuable member of the Speed Gaming community. You are amazing. Okay, so MiRai now just getting out. So roughly about, depending upon how he plays his hammer, roughly about 4 levels behind Indy right now. So Indy is boarding the airship, and it's everybody's fun airship, the World 7 airship, which is cursed beyond imagine. But when you have that tail, it does help significantly in terms of survivability.
All right, MiRai takes a hit with the hot foot at the end, but still manages to get through.
And we have our Clown Prince of Koopas on deck. This is not a very good stage for Lemmy. So very good on keeping close and keeping those jumps tight on Indy's side, and does conquer. And Lemmy was also tough, Demon.
Yeah, I think that was 4 hits, maybe?
4 or 5. But holy machinations, this here. All the strong kids, you know. When you eat your Wheaties, this is what happens. And we get another cloud from the princess. So we're gonna... Alright, this one, beta level here.
Equations taking the choice to go get the other Hammer Brother, and unfortunately only gets Beats by Bro as a payment, so not worth the extra time.
Beats by Bro is better than the 1981 Radio Shack cassette player, so yeah. Beats by Bro, we'll do it. And we have Andy now. Let's see, how many levels? 1, 2, 6, 6. No, not 6, 6.
6-5. But
6, 5.
oh, good thing they had the fire flower though. That Patooey would have been bad.
This is a terrible enemy set. Because Fire Nips, ooh, took out
Okay.
the Random Choppy!
Okay, checking. Yikes. Checking out equations can confirm it was another 5 hits for Lemmy.
Yeah,
Good.
so
Yeah, these Koopa kids are all eating their Wheaties today.
I know, this is so happy! You know, nice big hits. And wise decision.
Okay.
Don't
Oh,
know if
goodness.
oh no, this is not where you want to see boss pass. Run, just keep running, Indy.
Oh, and even worse, just missed. Oh,
No!
oh,
The cloud
there.
was going. The cloud
I was gonna say
going.
they were just slow enough to miss the continuous star block, but yeah, they just got nommed, and that just makes it worse.
Yes, and the cloud got burned. Oh, this hurts.
And WindFox is currently on 5-9.
Oh, this is a pleasant seed. Yeah, absolute baby seed. Guaranteed. So, equations now and Indy both in 6-5. And this enemy set is just rude.
Yeah, that little muncher is not a lot of fun to deal with.
No, and I mean he just comes in like. But luckily, oh no!
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, if I was Indy, I would come up with the shell.
Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. The scariest part is the fact that you have to be very careful, because with that muncher shooting the fireballs, oh, Andy's saying nope, the heck with that, and it's trying to go for the clip.
No can do, because you have to enter the pipe while in peak speed. Yeah, you have to go into that middle pipe. And oh, Chompy nailed him.
Oh, and the Koopa got himself a hit too.
Everybody wants a piece of Indy right now.
Equations gets himself another hammer.
All right. Here's the question. Hey, our resident doctor is in effect. Dr. Torsel has joined us. And yes, this is game numero dos. Doesn't have enough of the P-speed to get up there. I should be able to make it this time. Yeah.
So interestingly enough, MiRai has actually managed to catch up to Andy.
Yep, and we have a tight ball game right now.
And WindFox just took down Lemmy too, so they're going to be in World 4 in just a moment as well.
Oh, be careful, Indy. Be careful. Just keep running. Fire. And we have 1-5. No, excuse me.
I believe that was 1-5. Equations was in 1-5. You had it.
Oh, okay. So it was 1-5 proper. Because beta 1.5 is the best version of 1.5. You know, chat may disagree with me because they apparently question my idea of fun. But Demon, it's fun. 1.5 beta. And we get the pipe check here.
I'd say now that it actually has a power-up, yes. Before, Especially because back then, the enemy set wasn't really randomized, so you knew what you were dealing with, but it was still rough.
We have Indy, little divergence there with Indy taking the coin ship, getting a trash room. I want to say he's gonna do the bro, but maybe not. And we have Donut Fort for Indy right now.
And Equations is currently on the last room of Spike Fort. Oh, that P-switch was a bad idea. It makes jumping up a lot harder.
It does. I learned that the hard way too. And I ended up taking multiple 100-coin fines. And oh no, WindFox trying to use the Slamoo approach of just going there and tanking the hit. Unfortunately, no waggy tail action happened. And we have World 5 airship for Equations right now, with a very earthquakey Ludwig von Koopa. And oh dear.
And another 5 hits.
5-hitter.
Good grief. All 4 of them so far have been 5 hits.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Up, they got their protein shakes in, you know. They got gains from the first seed where they were 1s and 2s. These guys here, they got gains. And
it looks like this time they only got an extra life out of the princess letter.
She was giving, she probably figured that they would need it with some of these enemy sets here. That's not gonna be enough, WindFox. My deepest apologies, friend.
Speaking of awful enemy sets, that Patooey at the end of 2-3 right there for Equations. That was brutal to deal with. Thank goodness they had that Koopa available still. Alright, WindFox manages to dodge the Muncher. And it looks like Equations is currently in 3-1. While MiRai gets through Spike Fort, and Andy just takes a fall in the 1-6 beta. We welcome in everyone from SpeedGaming coming in with their raid.
Hey, SpeedGaming! Welcome.
I have no idea how WindFox did not just get eaten right there.
Yeah, that's playing dodgeball, where you're dodging the friendly fish is always quite tumultuous to do. And so top group up there, WindFox versus Equation from the 3-3 group. And we have Indy, who's 1-5, that drew up to get MiRai at 2-4. First game. You guys are going to need to watch the VOD. We're not going to spoil it for you.
Alright, it looks like Wendy was actually only 2 hits, so kinda lucked out on that one.
This was delicate. It's dainty. She's dainty and delicate. Even though I would love a 5-hit earthquaking Wendy for our runners, but right now they ain't got time for that. And the fact that Equations is in his 6th world is absolutely amazing, while everybody else is duking it out in the 4th world. That goes to show you the talent of Equations, Demon.
Oh, definitely. Oh, and Andy just gets hit by Ludwig. That's rough.
Oh, that feels bad, man. Going in. First of all, you're going in there as a small bean, which means that cannon and fire hurt a little bit. They hit you a little bit harder than anything. And we are in World 3 right now.
Equations managed to get the tail clip on 7-1. I think it was 6 tries, which is actually pretty fast.
This 2-3 enemy set is awful. It's awful. And right now, MiRai having to exercise caution not to be kissed or stomped on by a Koopa.
And and Andy is in a really tough pickle here because they used a cloud. They can't backtrack to go find an item to go get a power up, and unfortunately, the power up in the fort or in the airship is only a star. So they're kind of stuck with only their wits.
Yeah. So we have to keep the jumps real tight so you don't get stun locked. And we do get the 5 hits. Meanwhile, we see 5, 6, aka the Parabeetle Stage of Doom, where I tend to despawn those bad boys, so I hate that stage.
There's not a lot of stages in this game that I think are harder with the auto-scroller off, but 5-6 is absolutely one of them.
Yeah, it's a bad stage, and we have Indy now entering into World 3. Now, Indy might have a little bit of a harder time getting through this 2-3 just because he's little.
Oh, okay. I can see why Equations managed to get through World 5 so fast. The first pipe led straight to the castle, so one hammer and they were done.
Ah. Well, thank goodness for that one hammer. Also,
you gotta love Jet 3s.
Yes. Paragoomba taking out poor Indy. And Indy right now is on life 0. So, you know, it's actually better that this happened now than back when he was in World 6, because it would have been a much longer trek to get back to the airship. But this 2-3 is just nasty.
Not only that, but they would have also had to deal with the stage that they had clouded through as well. So, yeah, that would have been a very bad situation.
And Indy's gonna have to be careful because of the gatekeeping patooey that's right there. So doing the right thing and bringing your own defense here, helping out. And we have the Ludwig battle now for WindFox. Gotta keep those jumps tight. Manage to skip over the stuns.
And Equations gets the 2-hit Iggy done.
And MiRai hitting 7-1. So we're going to try to see the clip on 7-1 for MiRai and simultaneous king messages just from different levels up top.
MiRai got it in 5 tries. Very nicely done.
That is not bad at all. That is much respect from me. And let's see where this pipe takes it. So to answer, chat, how's it going? This seed has been fun. That's the best way to put it. It's been fun. And we have Alaska on deck for MiRai right now. Pyramid action for Equations. And just trying to survive 2-3 WindFox.
You know, I know this may lead to the commentator's curse like I tend to do, but again, so far we have not seen Alcatraz or Atlantis. So, who knows? They might actually be able to get through the rest of this without seeing either of them again.
They did have to go through Forced 559 right out the gate, so, you know, it's fun. It's fun. You know, don't worry, chat. It's all fun. And we have Trolley Fort for Equations right now, kissing one of our bony turtles and then getting an Excedrin headache from Master Thwomp.
Aw, MiRai and Andy both denying us the fanfare.
Yeah, Because I think both runners are playing like they're behind right now. So they want to limit as much as possible because you did have some kind of tragic levels there.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, WindFox breaks through the lock, so they're going straight through the World 6 airship now.
Alright, we have one hammer that we can use on Indy's side to board our favorite airship. And by favorite, I mean not so favorite, the World 6 airship. And we have super tanks on Equation's side. So get those salutes out for the hardest working military, everybody. All right, that built the bridge in force. So Equations should be, considering that this is the World 2 airship, should be able to get to World 8 at the 30-minute mark.
Should be. So, alright everyone, how many obstacles do you think we're gonna see at the final valley this time?
It's me, everybody, so don't you dare say anything high. Because you guys already know me, and what I roll is usually free 8s. Free! The fact nobody said free scares me. You know, you have high expectations out of me.
I'm gonna say 4. I think it's gonna be about middle of the road.
Me? Roll a 4? I have never, ever had a 4 in my life. It's usually 1 or 2 at the most. And speaking of the most, we are in Niagara Falls, one of our beta levels with Equations, while MiRai is traversing through the pyramid. And we got Indy with the 7-1 clip and WindFox trying to clip, but jumping a little too early. All right, we have...
So we have at least one lock in the dark screen. There we go with WindFox.
I think I would have played that fort next to the pipe. But I guess Equations is trying to focus on finding the valley to know what's what.
There we go. Of course. It has to be Piranha Fort.
It's the happiest place in the Mushroom Kingdom. Of course you gotta have it there. I mean, Equations, I know, is excited to be there. And you can see the enthusiasm by having meet and greets with our favorite piranha friends. It's a good time. It's a good time. It is voted the best fort. Don't you dare with the... I demand the new one. New. New. I'll stuff the ballot for 7F2.
I was gonna say, we know you had the ballot box the whole time, Joy. We know that. But yes, we're not gonna argue it.
Yes, you know.
Ooh, and 5-hit Boom Boom for that fort as well.
Yay! You know. And it doesn't open, but we do have a cloud and a hammer, so Equations is now going into Casa de Bowser at 32 minutes. So this, for the most part, was a baby seed. It was very short. Ooh. And we get the discless skip on Equations side. Just make sure to hold right. There you go. All right, we're going to get every man clip incoming. And then in just a moment, we're going to see the mash and cheese clip. Those are just practices, Demon. We don't count those. We don't ever count those.
Meanwhile, MiRai is getting into the fight with Morton. Ooh, and just dodging that that laser attack.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So,
And
now,
Equations got it, so...
next we're going to see 35 bonks on the noggin for our best dad before he bites the dust. All right. And does the swagalicious sacrificing of the power up and getting the gamer cow kick of disrespect. So your winner from up top is Equations. Demon, what do you think is his finish time?
Equations finishes with an official race time of 33:50.
Phew! That is great. So get those GGs out for our gold medalist Equations.
And WindFox has opted to go ahead and forfeit from there as well. GG to both of them. They definitely made for two very good races right there.
Yeah. You know, and both seeds were really not that bad. They really weren't. And we have Indy going into the pyramid while MiRai goes exploring. And in just a moment, we'll find the valley. And I believe MiRai has a hammer and Cloud as well. So after getting through 7F2, we're going to see that World 8 was free. P-Wing strats in 7F2. But the plant said, not today, Demon. Did you see that?
Yep, only one person gets to be Tinkerbell, and unfortunately MiRai is not that person.
Nope. MiRai got Dikembe Mutombo'd in 7F2. Best for it.
MiRai's doing a really good job of dodging the fireballs, though. Kudos to them for that, because especially with... anytime you have to deal with piranha plants on both sides of that tunnel right there, it gets rough.
Yeah, especially if they're the fire kissing type that blow you fire kisses. And MiRai getting through is a small beam right now. But this is a 5-hitter, so MiRai will have to keep those jumps tight. Alright, and we are out.
I'm actually I'm actually really curious to find out. I wish we could find out what this stage is that they're skipping.
Cool, but I pins in chat. If Dust, Dewey, or any of our known oracles, if you guys can please tell us what level did they skip. And we have right now MiRai going through the door in Casa de Bowser, armed with the Fire Flower, aka Sinister Sama's side piece.
Alright, so now we just need 35 fireballs on MiRai's end, and this should be GG.
Oh, Chad. Chicken.
Oh, and immediate commentator's curse on that.
Demon, way to go! You've entered into your first stage of infamy. We're gonna see.
My voodoo curse is still alive.
Yes! So, you know, Z2R chicken dodges. One does not dodge the chickens, and Z2R, you must embrace the Foca life. And this is not what MiRai wanted, but we're gonna get the cuddle death in just a minute. Alright.
Just as long as he doesn't Just as long as he doesn't get sniped at the last second here.
Nope. And we have Indy entering the 8th world now. So get your GGs out for the Z2R guru, MiRai, who has taken both games tonight, moving to 4-4, and equations going to 5-3. That 5-3 group, Demon. Ooh, have you seen some of the names?
Oh, I've seen a couple of the names in there, and it's power. There's a lot of power in there.
Yeah, it's like playing with the power glove. And speaking of joining us, we are joined by Andy. What's up, my friend? GG to you.
Hey, thank you. Mistakes were made, but aren't they always?
It wouldn't be.
Couple death loops here and there.
So, you're gonna go right now. Let's see, you're 1-5, so you go to 1-7.
It's a nice mountain, this 1-7. I don't know if I have any other peers over here. Yo, what's up, MiRai? GG's.
GG's to you, oh great guru. How you feeling right now? You are moving into the 4-4 group with some very interesting names. There, MiRai, do you have anybody you want to gun for?
I'm gunning for 4 and 6 so that I can go to the Challenge Cup. That's what we're gunning for. Because I don't belong in the brackets because I am not good at this game.
Yes.
Sorry to be so pessimistic. I am just
thanks,
so
man.
upsetting.
Yeah, you're so bad at this game.
I know. I hate saying that when you actually win the race. You just
All right.
I know it's such a jerk saying that.
Yeah, I got bad news for you though, MiRai. 4-6 is brackets, you know.
How
it's not Challenge Cup.
Well, it depends.
That's
like
really
five wins should be enough. 4-6s should be the point where they have like tiebreakers to get in. So there's still hope. Like there's still chances at 4-6. It's just not guaranteed.
According to Sweetie in chat, he said 32 out of 54 players, so therefore it would be brackets. So MiRai, you want a gun for somebody? You want a gun for somebody? Got to play to win.
I don't have any rivals. My rivals were Chaos and Equations, but they're in Torstal. But we have regressed in terms of playing this game. So I suspect we'll just go 4 and 6.
Well, 4 is Chaos, so you could be facing Chaos. Tozzle, Slammer, which would be a Z2R rematch. Yumi, who is from Z1R. Nux, Animus, you know, another Z2R folk, and Vix, who you know Z2R. So yeah, you got a couple of your brothers there. So I think you could kind of generate up some type of rivalry.
You can just make one up.
I mean, Slamu always wants to race me, but that's a guaranteed win. So hopefully we don't get Slamu.
Wow! I love it already.
Shade
Shots
Road.
fired. Yes, shots fired. And Indy, for the love of it, is just playing 7F2, which warms my heart. You know, it is the happiest place in the Mushroom Kingdom. It really is.
Oh, that wasn't the answer? Dang. Oh, well.
Well, I mean, technically it wasn't, but it was required still to get through, since you can't skip it, so...
Why would you want to skip 7F2, though, Demon? Why?
Because I choose life.
You choose life? Wow. You know, you get to have fun with plants. It's a great thing.
The funniest thing is playing this game in vanilla, I always hated 7F2. Now, especially after dealing with this tournament as many years as it's been, I like 7F2 now, only because it is so much easier in vanilla than it is with anything we have to deal with here.
I have had my brain
We
fart.
all have our opinions.
David, I finally had my brain fart removed. You were in Clash of the Nations. And yes, you were in Clash of the Nations against Finland. Oh, how could I forget that? Oh, no. Sorry, Demon.
I mean, in fairness, I kind of forgot that happened.
You forgot that. Oh, wow. You know, it's got some, and it looks like for Indy, who's 1-7, someone may roll up to you.
Maybe.
If we get another 08 person for 3, then you'll be the person they roll up to, and you get to be the tough competition, Indy.
Oh Lord. Going up against the underdog, I don't know. I don't know if I can
believe
handle
in
that.
I believe in you, Indy. You know, we'll use the power of Jasandy's tutor to give you that extra motivation.
Oh, I don't know if that is gonna help as much. That may take us to a brand new land. Imagine to see the randomizers combined in some magical way.
I've been wanting so bad to combo these two, Z1R and SMB3R, because
Sounds better on paper.
Sounds better. No, a nice round robin where a Z1R player teams up with a Super Mario Brothers 3 randomizer player. And you guys have... The level was Atlantis! Demon!
Oh my goodness!
Thank goodness you guys had a cloud.
Yeah. Thank goodness we had a cloud, yeah.
Oh, right. I know you were dying to play that. Don't you regret, not using your cloud and missing out on such a fun stage?
Yeah, big regret there. I died in 7F2, and I'm like, I'll just cloud this, and I'm like, wait, I'm an idiot. This is the Air Force icon, and so then I guess I got bailed out from my idiocy. So I had that cloud left. I didn't have to play Atlantis at the end.
See, apparently my curse powers do not work quite as well as I thought, because I had actually made a comment talking about how in both seats we hadn't seen Atlantis or Alcatraz, and I was pushing. I was subtly, not so subtly, hinting and hoping that I would somehow curse you guys into playing that one of those levels immediately after. And it looks like my power got delayed just enough to where you guys had the cloud, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Oh, you having to use the cute suit. You're gonna be going into Bowser's Casa with only a star. Because I believe you're gonna get through this, Indy. You're gonna make short work of this Atlantis.
I'm gonna put it back in the ocean where it belongs.
Exactly. Give it what for, And see, Indy is so confident that, he kissed the blooper and liked it. So
That's
good
right.
on you, Indy. That'll learn those fish for trying to doubt your abilities.
It's the boss pass really has their doubts about me. He was a bully today. Where else? On a silly level where you gotta get where you need the tail to fly, and you gotta go up.
5.
Yeah, how's that 5? Sure.
Oh, be careful! No!
Oh boy!
Oh, using the push strat. Let's go. See? Everyone in chat, that's how you do Atlantis. You kiss bloopers with cherry chapstick, and you will be able to get out of Atlantis. So you're feeling confident? You with just the star. But we'll get to see something we didn't see with the other runners, Demon, and that is the power-up grab, because I know that Indy will be hitting those power-ups with a hope and a dream.
Going small. Get in there small, son.
No. That's okay. we may end up that way by the end of the battle.
I
Time will
believe
tell.
in you. I believe that you will get the item. It will be, a mushroom and then a fire flower. And then we will see a fire kill by Indy right now. See, I believe.
Oh, a fire
I
kill
did.
sure happened.
Yeah, the star happened. Just a minor setback. So we'll get to see Big Indy versus Best Dad.
If this ends up another star, I'm gonna laugh.
I would
Well,
never
it's not
give
that
2
funny.
stars. See, there you go. You gotta believe in me. Once in a blue moon, I'll come through for you. I roll great seeds, no matter what community. I roll very friendly seeds. Right? I heard that.
I was just about to talk about Indy's confidence there in the last hallway. Is very nice.
I know.
Dodging fireballs.
Indy,
You gotta bob and weave, and you did the hard part, but then you got to the easy part. It's like, oh,
you got
You're
this,
off
Indy.
oh no, we're gonna stare at the screen. I'm okay. I don't have to finish it.
Oh,
Unless you want me to.
wait, what?
What? I mean,
How did he jump and not break the brick?
oh, that. Yeah, I don't know. Magic.
He broke his head instead. That's why.
Dark
Oh.
arts.
I've never seen Bowser do that unless you're flying with the P-wing.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could showcase some janky jank.
Yeah. You are showcasing quite a bit. And we have on deck tomorrow some exciting games, guys. We have at 6:00 p.m. Krim versus the Levidity Jade. They're from 0-6. So this will determine who might be doing battle with you, Indy.
Ooh,
And
I'll
we
be taking
have
notes.
8:30 p.m. My co-commentator Extreme Demon Battler is going to be going against one of my buddies, Pickles and Beer. So you guys are from the 3-3 group. Are you excited about your match, Demon?
Oh, I'm certainly excited about going 3 and 5 tomorrow night.
3 and 5. Why are we going 3 and 5? You are a vanilla player. I believe in you, Demon. You repped us great in Clash of the Nations. So if you could go against Team Finland, you could go against Team Pickles and Beer. I believe in you. See, I'm even giving a thumbs up at my computer screen.
I can see that.
And at 10 p.m., we have from the 3-3 group as well, Trillion Gamer versus Sigil. So that's going to be one heck of a slobber knocker tomorrow for everyone to stay tuned. If Diesel, who is in chat right now, can put that big old fat exclamation point R, so that way we can get everyone to give MiRai, Indy, Equations, and WindFox a big old fat follow, because they are absolutely amazing at what they do. Provided exclamation R works. Diesel?
And also tomorrow at 9 o'clock on SpeedGaming 4, we also have Tanhouse versus Angelic Jade. And also at 9 o'clock on SpeedGaming 5, we're going to have Malchior versus Miss Malchior.
Ooh, that's game 2.
Yep.
That'll be exciting.
So we know Baby Mal is gonna win. Somebody's gonna catch a skillet upside the head. So it's skillet percent. When we have MiRai on deck, we always say it's oven percent. Which, did you preheat your oven for dinner yet, MiRai?
We did. We had some fish beforehand. I wanted to load up in the omega-3s and get some healthy food in me for this race tonight. Didn't seem to help, but we tried.
Well, apparently you gave a lot of apparently you gave some of it to the Koopa kids, because the first 4 in that second seed, all 4 of them were 5 hitters.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Also, again, I'm sorry, Indy.
Oh, it's all right. No, I understand. No worries. Everything's relative. I mean, I didn't exactly play well myself to feel bad about you saying you didn't play well and beat me. So I think
Well,
all's fair. And
well,
not rando.
when
think we
Mariah
could-
goes to look at the VOD, he's gonna notice that, we were really talking high of him right from the gate.
I think we could just all agree that the seeds are sadistic, and just blame. When in doubt, just blame Joy.
Yeah,
Sounds like a plan.
everybody blames me for everything, no matter what community I'm in, and your fan club, Mariah, has arrived.
Oh boy.
Yep. So, Bruce, you will be happy to know that Mirai has completed everything within oven percent parameters, loaded up on everything prior and played excellently, even though he likes to say he doesn't, but he's really good considering, Mirai, you are the Z2R guru and you just came in and you're doing a lot of things that we have runners that have been in the community and still can't do. So that's much accolades to you. No matter what you do, you always give, 1,000%. And it shows like how quickly, I've seen you in the nightly races. So you are a lot better than you give yourself credit for. And that's me as a devoted SMB3R commentator. I've seen everybody for the most part, and you are up there. If you were to join the league, Mirai, you would actually place in the Fire Flower division, not the Tadpole or Tanuki division.
I was hoping to be in the Game Genie League with you, Krista.
Yes. I'm in the Game Genie League, for infinite lives, and
Yes.
and you get to stay in a constant P-Wing setup. So yes, I agree wholeheartedly. And also Diesel is in there too. So you got 3 happy folks in the Game Genie League. Andy, you want to come join us? We get infinite lives and power-ups.
Oh, that sounds like tons of fun to me. Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it.
Heck yeah, let's go. And also GG's on beating Best Dad.
Got him.
Yes, he got him.
Fine
And
time.
Demon. And Diesel did get the bot to start functioning, so everyone in chat, please give our Forerunners a big fat follow, because they really are great. And they're also great to watch, especially if you're up at 3 a.m. and you want to watch Mirai. Usually he's on. So, it's a hoot to bear witness to what these guys can do. And they're great at what they can do. Also give a big fat follow to my co-commentator, Demon Battler. Clash of the Nations expert and future poop block percenter, who came on deck for commentary, also has his match tomorrow. So give a follow over there so you can root him on and tell him that he is the bee's knees and the cat's meow. Also, thanks to SpeedGaming for doing what they do best with the greatest restreamer ever, Diesel, handling everything. And guys, what is the last word that you have for tonight?
I'm going to give it to Andy first.
Oh, wonderful.
You could have been like Future and said sensational, and then that would have come full circle. We could have had a scream out Mustard and have some random, Kendrick Lamar jokes come in. But
It was sensational.
Yes, it was sensational.
Had a grand old time. No, a real one would be, frustrating.
Oh no. Mirai, how about you?
I would say, I appreciate the kind words just a moment ago. Really, if you want to hang out with anybody at 3 a.m, Andy is your man over there. Best voice in the biz, for sure. All night long, he's talking to you with that deep, glorious voice of his. I am so jealous, but no, for sure. I had
thank
to
you,
talk
MiRai.
you up
Appreciate
somehow.
that.
Somehow, man. It's just,
Thank you. Thanks for throwing me in there. I appreciate that.
yeah. I also, big thanks to all the commentary and everyone putting these together because, 54 people, 4 weeks now, still going on, still a fifth week, still 2 separate tournaments that this branches off into best of threes moving forward. So appreciate all the volunteers. Everyone's doing a phenomenal job behind the scenes and putting things together and getting people in these seats. And maybe if I learn a little bit more about this game, I might be joining people in these seats. But until then, appreciate it for sure.
Kid, just join us anyway. Just join us. You don't need to be a pro at it. You can fake it till you make it. Ooh,
I have standards. Krista. I need to know more about the game.
Wow. Okay. Us little pleb commentators,
Hey, some of us are really good at just kind of just like, keeping the crowd interest, wildly active, and others, I need to be able to, every level that comes up and be like, I don't know what level this is, but here they are.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know what level this is, but here they are.
So much you can do to for prep work for a randomizer like this. Like you can't do that for Z2 or Z1R. You're not practicing levels, but you can with this, and that's a really neat thing that kind of separates it as well, which is it's a fun, neat little randomizer. It's fun to be here.
Yeah, and chat does have a loving message to relay to MiRai, which says that your standards don't include boneless wings from Papa John's.
Is that honey mustard? Is that honey mustard out there talking?
No, that's Desi who's doing that. You gotta get Desi. You gotta get Desi when we go in to do Z2R. Just take it out on Desi.
All right, duly noted. Name. Desi's been put on the list.
Yeah, he's on the op list now. He's on the
right on top.
Also, Damon, I am gonna let you close out because I did give the intro. Take us on out so we can see everybody on the other side of the next pipe check.
All right then. So on behalf of SpeedGaming, we thank you all for watching. We thank everyone involved with SpeedGaming because without them, none of this would be possible. Thank you all to our runners. Thank you to the co-commentator on my side here, Krista Joy. And we will be happy to see you all tomorrow for the next group of races. So everyone have a wonderful night.
Bye-bye.
See you.